Basically, we had to start ordering from Yummy.com, which is cool. It was in our neighborhood, and they were much friendlier, and they'd always deliver to us. We called them up and started ordering shit. I was like, can you guys deliver here? I need emergency food. And they were just like, okay, we're on our way. Where are you? And I gave them the address. And they're like, okay, what do you want? Listed everything. Start going through, like, let's do this, and shit. But do shit like 3 Ben and Jerry. And she's like, what kind? I'm like, you pick. So we sat there ordering, and Jen would be like, get some of this. I'd be like, yeah, let's do that and whatnot. And we were all done, and the lady was just like, okay, is that going to finally complete your order? And I was like, yeah. And she told me the amount. It sounded high and shit, but I was like, right on. She's like, that'll be there in about half hour. I said, okay, and I hung up and shit. I was like, we're going to chow down. And Jennifer's like laughing hysterically. And I was like, what are you laughing at? She's like, look at the phone, look at the phone. And I look at the phone, a little window that tells you how long you've been on the phone. 28 minutes. 28 fucking minutes of just ordering food and shit, you know? And just, we might have gone through the whole menu and whatnot, I'm not quite sure. So I was like, wow, that food's on its way. I think it's time for me to take a shit, you know? And she was just like, I think on weed, you tend to say things out loud that you wouldn't otherwise. I said, good point. And I went to the bathroom and shit, looked in the mirror, I was still kind of green, and I was just kind of hoping I could shit it out of me and whatnot. So I sit down and whatnot to take a shit, and I've never taken a shit while stoned before. Completely new fucking experience for me. I'm not prepared for it. I'm used to shitting. I'm a career shitter, you know what I'm saying? But like this, I was ill prepared for it. I'm sitting down, and all of a sudden it just feels like my ass is like, it feels like it's a slow opening fucking, it felt like the beginning of 2001. It was just like, and I'm just like, open the fucking pod bay doors, Hal. But it took a long fucking time, man, and it was just like, suddenly I felt like, okay, the head's out, the turtle head has popped out, and I can't see, that's the thing. Like, even if I could see, if I was thin, I still don't know if I'd be able to see. I don't know how it works for thin people and shit, but when I sit on a toilet, I've got a lot of leg chub. I have childbearing hips and thighs. So when I sit on a toilet, what happens is the flab rolls over the side and creates a kind of hermetic seal around the bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on beneath me, so I always have to picture it with the mind's eye, you know? I always have to imagine what's going on. That's good, because I work in the entertainment business, so I can imagine shit. And I'm sitting there fucking shitting, and all I can see is this shit kind of coming out of me slowly, like almost like fucking like Tom Carvel style. Like soft serve. But not fast, really slow. And it was fucking thick. Like, it felt like I was sitting there and like I'm running commentary as I'm sitting on the toilet, because I'd never felt anything like it. And when you're high, you're into the texture of things. You know, you're very touchy. Thankfully, I didn't touch, but my sphincter was communicating all sorts of interesting things to me. So I'm trying to build it, a picture in my mind's eye, and I keep going, it's ropey. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but it's ropey. I think my poop is ropey. And I felt that because it would not break. Like, normally I get in and it's like 3 pieces in varying length and pinch, 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 wiping out, you know? This would not break. It just kept fucking going and going. And it was like Avatar. It wouldn't end. It just fucking... And I could just see it in my head. It wasn't ropey like a rope, like a clothesline that you hang clothes on or something. It wasn't that thin rope. It was like the rope you tie up the Love Boat with. Like yacht mooring ropes, real fucking cable thick like this, you know, like cock thick or something like that. And in my head, all I can see is this rope pouring out of my ass like some sort of Arabic magic trick or something like that. And then finally, it feels like it's done and whatnot, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm a total fucking looker. So I always get up and look, and I'm expecting to see a fucking bowl full of shit, man. Because I've been sitting there for a long, long fucking time and just fucking pouring out of me, and I thought, like, while I was sitting there, I was like, there's gonna be so much shit, it's gonna push you off the toilet. Like I saw myself as a cartoon character who's just like pooping like at the top of a tower and shit like that. So I'm ready to look into the bowl, and I'm thinking I'm gonna flush before I wipe because god damn it, there's like mountains of fucking crap in there. And I look in, little rabbit pellet, that big. Just a tiny ass fucking nugget. And I'm like, where did it all go? But weed slows down time, you know, and that's what it did. All that shit was that tiny little fucking nugget. I'm just chuckling and shit because of the tiny piece, and I can't wait to tell Jen about my poop. I'm like an infant. And so I get out there, and I go to tell her, but she's looking at me with this fucking scared expression on her face. She's kind of white and pale, and she's surrounded by 30 bags of groceries. All fucking full, and I was just like, what's this? And she goes, that's the food you ordered. And I was like, when did this come? And she goes, 45 minutes ago. I said, 45 minutes ago? How long have I been in the bathroom? 2 hours, Kevin. I said, get the fuck out of her. She goes, no, you've been in there for 2 hours. And I was so fucking worried or something. And I was like, if you're so worried, why didn't you bang on the door? She's like, I did bang on the door. I was like, I didn't hear you. She's like, I thought you did because you were talking to me. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, I kept banging on the door going, oh, you all right? And you kept saying, it's ropey, it's ropey.